In today's show, we'll be discussing what you missed thus far in the first day of the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami. Quoting Mayor Suarez right here, the days of currency being tethered to a central bank are coming to an end. He shared after expressing several favorable views about Bitcoin, including that the US will become a powerhouse for clean energy, Bitcoin mining. And one of the highlights for me was Max Keiser on stage sharing F Elon, we're not selling, along with Michael Saylor. Check this out.
We're not selling. We're not selling. Elon. Elon.
Classic. Gotta love Max Keiser. Also in today's show, the Bitcoin bulls give a conservative 10-year estimate for hyper-Bitcoinization to hit, which is ultimately mass adoption. They shared in this panel, including Saifedean Ammous, the author of the Bitcoin Standard, Parker Lewis, Dan Held, and VJ. I'll give you the highlights here in today's show. Also in today's episode, new crypto asset hits $593 million market cap at launch. Here's the buzz on Mina Protocol. That's right, after hitting nearly $600 million valuation shortly after its launch, the self-branded lightweight blockchain launched its Mina token on May 31st on CoinList and was listed shortly after on Kraken on June 1st. I'll be breaking this down for you. Also in today's show, Kraken CEO stands by his $200,000 Bitcoin year-end target and says that clear regulation will open the floodgates. That's right, quoting him right here. The excitement around the space is so hot. I think people just see this growing massively. So not worried about this little dip. You know, we've seen this over and over. Crypto is a roller coaster. You got to be able to have an iron stomach to tolerate the ride. But you know, the gains are massive for those who can handle it. That's right. Also in today's show, we'll be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin is pretty stagnant for the day as Ethereum and most of the major altcoins are currently breaking out in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price? Likely to go next. Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor Blockfi, the leading provider of financial products and services for crypto investors. Here's where you can put your crypto to work. They're currently paying out a 5% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, so it can literally have your Satoshis work for you. They're also paying out a 10% APY on stable coins, and their new flagship product is a Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card where you can earn 1.5% Bitcoin back on all purchases, and for a limited time by using my referral link in the description right down below, you'll earn 3.5% Bitcoin back on all purchases for your first 90 days. They also recently ditched their annual fee, truly making this a no-brainer. To take advantage of it, use my referral link in the description right down below. You also receive up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $100 or more. So go ahead and click the link right down below. Let's start stacking those sats and claim your Blockfi Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card today. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to cover. Big event going down in Miami. Day 2 starts today. Now for some of the highlights from day 1. The first official day of the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami, Florida, yielded no shortage of newsworthy events. Thousands of conference goers came together to take in speeches, interviews, and panels from a wide array of guests, such as Miami Mayor Francis Suarez, who spoke about the city's efforts to create the Bitcoin blockchain and mining capital of the world. Suarez's track record is filled with various forms of involvement in the crypto and blockchain space, and he noted the following in his speech: "The days of a currency being tethered to a central bank are coming to an end," Suarez said after expressing several favorable views about Bitcoin, including that the US will become a powerhouse for clean energy, Bitcoin mining. Other speakers, panelists, and interviewees included Kraken's head of growth, Dan Held, Microstrategy CEO Michael Saylor, as well as Tim Draper, among many others. And during Michael Saylor's time on stage, he was asked about his experience in the crypto space thus far. He says, "I realized that I first bought my Bitcoin 1 year ago yesterday." That's right, so happy anniversary to Michael Saylor. Not too shabby for your first rookie year. Also, Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey spoke at the conference on the topic of bankless population, sharing this quote: "Internet needs a native currency." He said during his interview, "We need to be able to transact with it every single day." And I saw a clip with Lynn Alden, and they asked what the highlights were. For her, it was the speech by Jack Dorsey. Also, during a later on-stage discussion, Binance US CEO Brian Brooks said, "If you've never worked in a big bank, you have no idea how bad the problem is." Brooks previously served with the United States Office at the Comptroller of the Currency before before joining the regulatory body. He had several career stops, including spending years with One West Bank, NA. And of course, my favorite highlight of the event thus far is Max Keiser on stage with Michael Saylor going Super Saiyan. Check this out.
We're not selling. We're not selling. Elon. Elon.
Classic moment. Love Max Keiser. And before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin bulls give conservative 10-year estimate for hyper Bitcoinization to hit, as well as new crypto asset hits 593 million market cap at launch, as well as Kraken CEO stands by his $200,000 Bitcoin year-end target and says that clear regulation will open the floodgates. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin barely in the red, down about 0.5% for the day, still trading above 36,300. We have Ethereum up 2.5%, trading just under $2,700. We have Binance Coin up 5%, trading just under $400. Cardano up 2.2%, trading at $1.70. XRP up 1.4%, trading at 95 cents. And Dogecoin up 4%, trading at 37.5 cents. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin may just be 10 years away from seeing mass adoption in an event known as hyper Bitcoinization. That's according to participants of the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami, who on June 4th delivered surprisingly optimistic verdicts on when hyper Bitcoinization will come. And speaking on the panel, the Bitcoin Standard author Saifedean Ammous, Unchained Capital head of business development Parker Lewis, and Kraken growth lead Dan Held all gave their deadlines for when Bitcoin will effectively take over global finance. And as you can see right here, this panel, they discuss, are you ready for a world where Bitcoin is king? Now for some of the highlights, I'll say a decade, Lewis began. I think that based on how Bitcoin has been adopted historically and based on the trillions of dollars that the Fed is going to have to print in the coming months to years, that it would potentially be conservative to say that Bitcoin's a unit of account in 10 years. That would involve the Bitcoin network onboarding billions of new users by 2031. But as the panel noted, the rate of adoption since 2011 has already produced hundreds of millions of Bitcoiners. Quoting Saifedean Ammous here, I'm going to be a little more conservative than Parker and say maybe 15 to 16 years. 4 more halving cycles. His perspective is similar to that of Plan B, creator of the stock to flow Bitcoin price models, who previously estimated that after several halving cycles, it will become impossible to measure Bitcoin's price in dollars. This is because as a currency with no bottom, the potential for Bitcoin to grow in US dollar terms is infinite. That's right. Now, Dan Held says hyper Bitcoinization by 2026 is unlikely, but possible. Quoting him right here, I would say at least a decade for hyper Bitcoinization would be the most likely and actually conservative estimate. Held concluded, if we do have an event where there is a rapid devaluation of fiat currency, Bitcoin starts to surge to get close to $1 million per Bitcoin, a super cycle-esque moment, then we could see it much sooner, maybe 5 to 6 years or so. But that would be a very unlikely outcome. I think it could happen, but it's not likely to happen. Now let's talk about the Bitcoin stock to flow model, which predicts an average Bitcoin price of either $100,000 or $288,000 this halving cycle, depending upon which model is used. Stock to flow X is the one which predicts a $288,000 Bitcoin price. So far, Plan B has remained unfazed by the recent rout that took over 50% of Bitcoin's value off of its latest all-time highs of 64,500. And according to Plan B, the Bitcoin stock to flow model is still on track. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Plan B in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, this new crypto asset hit $593 million market cap at launch. I'll be breaking down the latest buzz on Mina protocol, as well as Kraken CEO stands by his $200,000 Bitcoin year-end target and says that clear regulation will open the floodgates. But first, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting just above 1.6 trillion with about 106 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance on the decline at 41.2%, with the Ethereum dominance at 19% even. And checking out the Bitcoin market cap, we're just above 681 billion, with the Ethereum market cap just above $314 billion. Now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Theta Fuel up 19%, trading at 47 cents. Curve Dow token up about 14%, trading at $2.62. Sia Coin up 10%, trading at 1.8 cents. And Solana up 13%, trading just above $40. Now checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Nano down 7%, trading just under $8. Decred down 5%, trading at $136. UMA down 4.5%, trading at $15.39. And Helium down 4%, trading at $14.39. Now out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins are you currently most bullish on during this bull run? Let me know in the comments right down below. Now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 24 in extreme fear. Yesterday was a 27, last week an 18, and last month a 65 in greed. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Novel blockchain platform Mina Protocol. Mina has captured nearly $600 million in valuation shortly after its launch. The self-branded lightweight blockchain launched its Mina token on May 31st on CoinList and was listed shortly after on Kraken on June 1st. Now, during its time on the market, Mina hit a high of just over $9.09 with a market cap of over $1.15 billion and it hit a low of $2.78 before rallying to its current price of $4 with a market cap of $599 million. According to CoinGecko, the project advertises its fixed minuscule size compared to other blockchains. Mina notes on its site that its entire blockchain is only 22 kilobytes, the size of a couple of tweets. Interesting, right? Because Mina Protocol is so small, the network does not require third-party nodes to run, meaning anyone can quickly connect and verify the chain. The new crypto project also touts its privacy features with its succinct, non-interactive agreement to knowledge decentralized applications known as snaps, which enable users to stay in control by verifying a chunk of data without disclosing its details. And in addition, snaps can privately interact with any website and access real-world data from on-chain consumption. The protocol is backed by fund management heavyweight Three Arrows Capital, which is also invested in blockchain platforms Ethereum as well as Polkadot. And among the crypto hedge funds, other investments are decentralized finance projects Aave, Balancer, Synthetic, as well as KeeperDAO, better known as Rook. Now checking out the latest price action on Mina at the time of this recording. It's currently trading at $3.65, down 4% for the day. How many of you have heard of Mina or invested or currently bullish on this crypto asset? Let me know in the comments below. All I know is this: for a new crypto asset to launch and already have a 600 million market cap is a pretty big deal, especially to be listed on major exchanges like Kraken. And before I break down our final story of the day, Kraken CEO stands by his $200,000 Bitcoin year-end target and says that clear regulation will open the floodgates. But first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 800 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsjust.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, as well as Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsjust. And for those of you on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link. Request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. Also have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. And for those of you on TikTok, be sure to follow me there. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Cryptocurrency exchange Kraken CEO Jesse Powell, who sees Bitcoin going to $1 million in the next decade and predicted the leading crypto to be worth a Lambo by the end of the year, is still sticking with his target despite the fact that Bitcoin is trading under 37,000 at the time of this recording. I stand by that, said Powell in an interview with Bloomberg regarding his Bitcoin price prediction of $200,000 per BTC before 2021 is over. Quoting him here, "Look, you can buy a forward delivery of a Lambo now at a discount at a cheap 37,000. You know, a lot of people are buying the dip. Personally, I'm Googling how to sell my kidneys at this point. Turns out it's illegal. So much for my body, my choice. But look, people are getting ready to go onto ramen diets to buy Bitcoin at these levels. And with the Bitcoin conference happening in Miami right now," quoting him regarding this, "the excitement around the space is so hot. I think people just see this growing massively. So not worried about this little dip. You know, we've seen this over and over. Crypto is a roller coaster. You got to be able to have an iron stomach to tolerate the ride, but you know the gains are massive for those who can handle it. Ain't telling no lies. And while people absolutely should not be betting any more than they could afford to lose, as it is still a very risky investment, Powell noted how a decade back, Bitcoin was trading at $1. Now, even at around 37,000, it's still up over 200% year over year for the past decade. So long term, it's an absolutely fantastic investment from my point of view. That's right, all Bitcoin hodlers who have been hodling for 4 years or more are in profit because every cycle, Bitcoin continues to go up. So there's absolutely no losers when we look at Bitcoin for the long term. Now let's discuss Powell commenting on Elon FUD Puppet's tweets having an impact on the prices of cryptos. It just goes to show you the power of memes is real and that people are increasingly looking towards sort of non-traditional figures to get investment advice from, as people can't trust those running the system now. I certainly wouldn't be making fundamental decisions about my investments from one person's tweets. Once you have your kind of fundamental thesis, I think that those are much more subdued and you can just write it out. And speaking of the FUD puppet, I like to point this out. Anyone else find it odd that this particular symbol appears in the recent tweet from FUD puppet, Elon Musk attacking Bitcoin? As you can see here in this circle, that's the communism symbol. Very interesting, right? Now, Max Keiser truly hit the nail on the head with this quote. Elon is associated with the aristocratic classes because almost the entirety of his fortune is tied to government-issued carbon credits, so he's tied in with the government closely. He's not doing stuff that would be completely independent of the government. He's actually a government apparatchik. He exists entirely on carbon credits. He got the tap on the shoulder, and he's been tasked with trying to go after Bitcoin. You got Janet Yellen, you got Jay Powell, you got central bankers, you got the IMF, and you got Christine Lagarde. You got a lot of folks that are attacking Bitcoin now because they, of course, understand it's a threat to them. And I think that Elon got the tap on the shoulder as well. I think the NBC SNL performance is a part of that to essentially create a mythological creature that can be used as propaganda, and he's being used as a propaganda tool. Now, what exactly is an apparatchik? You got to look it up. Check it out for yourself. It's a member of a communist party, hence Elon FUD Puppet Musk. It is what it is. Now back to Jesse Powell's fundamental thesis. Given that we haven't had any major regulatory action in the US, now that Biden's FCC has indicated some sort of regulation is coming, this is very bullish. I think clear regulation will actually open the floodgates. I don't see it as squashing Bitcoin by any means or the crypto ecosystem broadly. I think that there's a lot of huge players waiting on the sidelines, pension funds and other large investors that are just waiting for the stamp of approval. And as for Kraken's IPO after its competitor, Coinbase's successful one this year, the exchange is looking at the second half of next year. The company is in preparation mode right now, with momentum looking weaker than expected for another recent crypto company direct listing. The route to listing is yet to be decided, but they are launching their mobile trading platform in the US after its success overseas amidst the super hot market right now. According to Powell, people don't get crypto yet. They don't have the vision of what's coming with crypto, or Bitcoin would already be worth over $1 million per BTC. I agree 100%. It's just sort of a reflection of the overall sentiment of the space and the lack of awareness about what's coming. I think it'll just be like what it was with the internet. Like there'll be a lot of people that just don't get it until it's too late. I couldn't agree more. Let me know if you agree with Jesse Powell's $200,000 year-end price prediction for the king of all crypto. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami. I shared with you what you missed thus far on day one. Max Keiser turning Super Saiyan saying F Elon, we are not selling. Definitely my favorite moment thus far.
We're not selling. We're not selling. Elon. Elon.
I swear this clip will never get old. Also in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin bulls give conservative 10-year estimate for hyper-Bitcoinization to hit, which ultimately means mass adoption. Also in today's show, we discussed this new crypto asset hitting almost 600 million market cap at launch. We're talking about Mina Protocol. Also in today's show, we discussed Kraken CEO Jesse Powell standing by his $200,000 Bitcoin year-end target and shares that clear regulation will open the floodgates. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Let me know in the comments right down below. But that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And real quick before I go, I want to give a special shout out to Blockfi, where you can put your crypto to work and earn a 5% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, so you can literally have your Satoshis work for you. They're also paying out a whopping 10% APY on stablecoins. Also be sure to take advantage of their new flagship product, their Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card, for a limited time by using my referral link in the description. Right down below, you'll earn 3.5% Bitcoin back on all purchases within your first 90 days. They also recently ditched their annual fee, truly making this a no-brainer. So go ahead and click the link right down below, and you also get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $100 or more. Let's start stacking those sats and get your Bitcoin Rewards Visa credit card from Blockfi today. And I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.